Residents of Muchu community in Nasarawa state are decrying lack of basic amenities such as access road to neighbouring communities to carry out their business activities. There is also an absence of a functional clinic, which is also a source of worry for them. Our community report tonight relays the plight of a people seeking a life.
Etisola, now you're talking.
With an estimated population of 200 million, the needs of Nigerians may come in various sizes, but they are not far apart in similarities. For the largest cities like Lagos, home to about 18 million people, it is grand roads, bridges, shelter, hospitals, and power supply. Then there is Mutu in the Jemiab district of Wamba local government in Nasarawa state. With just about 200 inhabitants, one would imagine they would be adequately catered for. But the reality for the community engaged in farming, fishing, and logging is an absence of the simplest basic amenities. The source of the water is either from the 3 wells in the community or the river, which they turn to when those run dry.
Actually, for the truth, we used to suffer for the water in the dry season, and we don't have a clean water to take.
This leaves them prone to waterborne diseases, which is the more dire situation, as the existing clinic is anything but encouraging to health. Even this accommodation is under threat.
Our problem is that we don't have our own clinic. This one we are using is the house of a deceased person, and his relatives sometimes harass us and threaten to throw away our equipment, insisting that we should build our clinic.
Then there is a mode of transportation, which is usually by canoe, because by road, the journey will take hours. The community prays for another convenient means to be provided, like this bridge. But this is something that may never happen, considering its history.
The bridge was contracted by the British Army in 1927. And it collapsed in 1947. That was the end. No attempt had been made again until the Second Republic of Shagari administration. Then the local government of Congo, we try our best to reconstruct local constructions, where you can see the pillars. About 6 pillars was added, were able to manage on. Then, after that, we have a 7 days rain falling, day and night. Then the last collapsion was in 87.
There is no harm in accepting an overwhelming situation, as the chairman of the local government does, and places the solution at the doorstep of the highest tier of government.
The area is a vast land that agriculture can yield a lot from there. And I think the federal government at best is in a position to assist us, because the load on that, particularly the river, is so much that it will be too much to the state.
In this day and age when the world is making great advancements, it is most disheartening that the people living in such conditions. What is more worrisome is whether those who are in positions to act upon this choose to do so or turn a blind eye.
Etisola, now you're talking.
We're making steady progress on the news at 10. Time now for business news with Millicent Morker.
You first. First Bank.
Many thanks, Gemba. Welcome to Business News. The Central Bank of Nigeria will this week publish the names of companies and banks and the amount of foreign exchange letters of credit submitted to the financial regulator for the disbursement of the recent $600 million manufacturing sector forex easing package. The fund was CBN's intervention towards imports of agriculture inputs, machinery and spare parts to help the industrial sector groaning under foreign exchange scarcity as well as volatile naira-dollar exchange rate. Sources say the expected publication of the money becomes necessary as complaints persist. And the market entered its third straight day of bearish trade for the week today as the all-share index dropped by 0.79% to close at 25,653.14. Here's Harriet Agbe with the details.
Profit taking from oil and gas, banking and consumer goods stocks continued without let-up as the market entered its third straight day of bearish trade for the week. The market today lost about 70 billion naira to stand at 8.83 trillion naira, with the all-share index down 0.79% to 25,653.14. Market breadth was poor, with only 6 gainers, including Fitson Healthcare, International Breweries and Union Bank of Nigeria. Down 9.7%, 7-Up Bottling Company led Transcorp, Forte Oil and 30 other worst performers at the midweek trading session. Banking stocks, Zenith, Access, UBA were the 3 most actively traded, contributing almost 39 million units to total market volume. Now over 145.74 million shares were transacted in 2,421 deals valued at 1.35 billion naira. That's the stock market report. I'm Harriet Agbe.
Thank you, Harriet. But on the global market, oil prices rebound with European stocks and the US market closing lower as Trump rally withers. Let's take a look at the numbers. And that's it on Business News tonight. I'm Millicent Mwaka. It's back to Gimba with the rest of the news.
You first. First Bank.
Next on the news at 10, Nigeria's Falconets fight back with a 3-1 victory over Canada to stay in contention for the place in the quarterfinals of the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. That's coming up on Sports News. Stay with us.